Your handwriting looked like a language only I could read. Found your letter in a coat pocket. Winter's coming through the window. Ink still wet where my tears fell. Fingertips trace each curve you made. The G loops like a question I forgot to ask. The Y falls like a promise you didn't keep. Coffee ring stains where your kiss pressed against the paper in our kitchen light. I learned to read you backwards, starting from the period, working through your commas to find where you really meant to stop. Language only I could read. Faded ink on glossy floor. Every word a door I can't walk through. Every letter asking for more. Every letter asking for more. Now I spell your name in steam on bathroom mirrors after midnight. The N bends like your handwriting. The D drops down like your goodbye. Your sentences always ran too long. Mine always cut too short. We met in the middle somewhere between the margin and the space. I practiced reading silence in the spaces you left blank, trying to hear your voice in the pause before I blink. Language only I could read. Faded ink on glossy floor. Every word a door I can't walk through. Every letter asking for more. Every letter asking for more. The pen still sits where you left it. Cap off, ink dried into something that resembles but doesn't match the blue that lived inside your veins. Maybe that's how it ends. Not with words we never said, but with letters we can't unwrite. Your handwriting looked like a language only I could read. Now it looks like goodbye, still looks like home, still looks like you. Static on the radio dial. Your handwriting on the tape. I found your mixtape in my coat pocket, still warm from that parking lot. The diner coffee tasted like leaving, and you handed me something soft. I memorized the shape of your silence, the way you press stop before play. Now every highway sounds like searching for that frequency night and day. The dial keeps turning, but the sun won't stay. Just the ghost of amber light in the place where you used to be. Some songs don't play. They remember for you. I drove through 3 small towns last night. Each one hummed a different tune. The gas station clerk smiled like knowing something I could never prove. Your tape hiss sounds like palm against the window where your fingerprint used to show. The dial keeps turning, but the song won't stay. Just the ghost of amber light in the place where you used to be. Some songs don't play. They remember for you. Between stations, is this light that doesn't need a name? I hold it in my hands like a flame. Even when I'm not here, even when you're gone, even when the signal disappears. Between stations, between us, between everything. Some songs don't play. They remember for you. The street lamp hums your favorite frequency. I press my palm where the condensation starts. Warm amber light pulls the edges from me. Your silhouette lives behind the glass alone. Wooden frame worn smooth by fingers that knew every groove before they learned how to let go. I can see the shape, but not the weight of you. Pressed against what I cannot reach. Pressed against what I cannot keep. The glass remembers how you felt. The glass remembers how I kneel. Cassette ribbons coil your voice into spirals. I rewind until the words grow thin. Dust collects on the windowsill where your elbows used to rest like promises. Now just outlines the light has drawn. I can hear the sound, but not the sound of you. Pressed against what I cannot reach. Pressed against what I cannot keep. The glass remembers how you felt. The glass remembers how I kneel. One dial tuned to a station that stopped broadcasting years ago. Your ghost lives in the static. My breath fogs the shape of hello. Pressed against against it. The amber light goes on. The amber light goes on. Press play like it's a prayer. Amber light through the window. This street doesn't know my name. Glossy floor reflects nothing back. The way your voice warped on that tape. I trace the cracks in sidewalk concrete. Same ones I memorized when you lived here. Cassette ribbon tangled in my fingers. Each loop a different version of the way you said goodbye without saying. This street light flickers every time I think I see you in the window. But it's just a hiss between songs, just a hiss between us. Some places only exist in songs now. This street is one of them. I rewind you so many times. My fingers shake on the plastic. Warm amber where you used to be. Cold fluorescent now in its place. Vinyl shop moved to online. Familiar face replaced by delivery. I count the street numbers under my breath, like counting breaths in a song. Silence, that door you painted blue still holds the echo of your key. Tape deck eats the silence, gives it back, slightly changed each time. The frequency dial glows at 3 a.m. Tune into a station long gone. Just static where your voice used to live. Just static where we used to live. Some places only exist in songs now. This street is one of them. I rewind you so many times. My fingers shake on the plastic. Warm amber where you used to be. Cold fluorescent now in its place. Shadows where the tape learned our breathing. Now it plays back wrong. Now it plays back alone. Amber light, warm amber. This street only exists in songs now. The tape, the floor, the light stays. Static hum in the room where you used to sleep. Volume knob worn smooth from fingers that aren't here. The dial glows amber at the edge of the bed. playing all the songs you never said. Cream-colored linen sleeves pushed up to my elbows. Same position I've been in for 30 minutes. You left your voice in the spaces between these songs, and the hiss that follows when the melody is gone. Your coffee cup still sits on the windowsill, steam long faded, but the ceramic holds the chill. I trace the rim with a fingertip so light. It's like I'm afraid I'll start a fight with memory itself, with time, with sound, with this machine that doesn't know I'm bound to every frequency, to every tone, to songs that play themselves while I'm alone. And the needle drops on a record that we never meant to end. The radio doesn't know it's breaking your heart. It just plays on. It just plays on. Like nothing fell apart. It just plays on. It just plays on. Rewound you so many times, the tape forgot your name. Now every song sounds different, but it's still the same game. I press my palm against the speaker, feeling vibrations of a voice that used to fill these rooms with patience. Not the kind you show, but the kind you keep when you're waiting for someone who's fallen asleep in another room, in another city, in another life, while I'm here with the echo of your goodbye. And the melody comes in like morning light that never quite reaches this side of night. The radio doesn't know it's breaking your heart. It just plays on. It just plays on. Like nothing fell apart. It just plays on. It just plays on. Used to sing along in that key you hated, because I thought it made the moment sacred. Now the sacred thing is just the sound of something beautiful that won't slow down, won't wait, won't care, won't see that you're not here to sing with me. Still turning that old brass knob, still letting the static fill the space you robbed from this room, from this night, from my hand. Still holding something analog in a world that understands nothing of the way these songs can hold memories that time won't let unfold the way they should, the way they did before the radio became the only kid who remembers how you sounded in the dark before the radio became my only heart. It just plays on. It just plays on. Pin clicking. Paper waiting. Ink bleeds through the fibers. Words I swallowed whole stay pressed between my ribs like receipts I can't unfold. I trace your name in margins where the light barely reaches. Each letter gets smaller as if to hide what it teaches. The pen moves like breathing before before it knows what to say. Some words don't leave your mouth, they live here instead, in loops that only I can read in the blue indent, where my finger holds the line. Some words find their way into letters you won't see, into paper that stays slightly bent from what I meant to be. The ink dries in sections like the way you left town, slow at first, then sharp, then nothing coming down. I press until the fibers give up their ghost blue. Each sentence starts to blur the same way memories do. The silence rides between us in margins thick with one. Some words don't leave your mouth, they live here instead, in loops that only I can read in the blue indent, where my finger holds the line. Some words find their way into letters you won't see, into paper that stays slightly bent from what I meant to be. I write what I cannot carry in my throat like stones. The pen knows the difference between the weight and the bones. Tonight I write you're leaving in the hand that shakes less than before. The letter stays unfinished because nothing needs more. Paper cooling, lamp dimming, ink remembers what I couldn't, what the dark caught from me. The words curl at the edges like photographs left too long, in windows where no one comes to read what I became. When I wrote what I couldn't speak, still bent, still here, still ink, still yours. Paper thin but somehow thick with time, edges worn where my thumb finds its shape. Kept you in the drawer between sweaters like a secret I was saving from myself. The paper held its form through moves, through cities I don't call home now. Amber lamp catches dust motes dancing around something I can't quite recall. The weight of keeping isn't measured in words. I kept the envelope even after I forgot what was inside. Paperweight holds the space where your handwriting used to hide. Fingertips trace where addresses faded like braille reading a language I knew. but the shape remains. Kitchen floor at 3 a.m. Familiar, the way absence settles in paper grain. The keeping becomes more real than the kept. I kept the envelope even after I forgot what was inside. Paperweight holds the space where handwriting used to hide. The envelope holds nothing now but the ghost of your careful script. I press it flat like pressing flowers to remember how it felt to exist in the space between sender and sent, in the hush before tearing open, in the amber light that stayed the same while everything else moved on. Still warm from where my hand held it, still shaped like where your words live, still mine to keep or finally release, still heavy with what I don't need. I kept the end.